Right, it's time for business, and Sandra and myself can be seen on your digital TV.
I'm tempted to say hi.
We've always been seeing you,
Yeah.
but now they're seeing you on
the digital
TV.
Yeah.
Free to air.
Yeah.
All right, you bring us the news.
All right. Hello, celebrating 25 years of excellence. My name is Sandra Esenamapeno. I'm here for business. Former Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama, is challenging the state against claims he breached the Bank of Ghana's acts in improving a financial deal to defunct Unibank. Dr. Esiama, together with Raymond Amanfu, who were in charge of banking supervision, and others, have been charged with conspiracy to commit crime and breach of trust, leading to the collapse of Unibank, a claim which they have all pleaded not guilty to. Ebenezer Sabote was in court and has the rest of the story.
There were 68 counts leveled against the former deputy governor, Dr. Esiama, Dr. Kobna Dufour, founder of the defunct Unibank, and 7 others as a result of their alleged contribution to the collapse of Unibank. The charge, which include fraudulent breach of trust, money laundering, conspiracy to commit crime, among others, have been challenged by all accused persons. According to the lawyer for Dr. Dufour, who is the lead defense counsel, Dominic Ayene, the charges by the Attorney General cannot be proven because all the facts presented lacked credibility. Dominic Ayene told the court, presided over by Justice Bright Mensah, that the accused persons performed their mandates professionally and therefore cannot be liable. He also prayed the courts to grant them bail since they were well-known people and could always avail themselves to the courts. The court has therefore set the 24th of March for court management and given all lawyers by end of 14th March to file their responses. Meanwhile, in the case of the founder of UT Holdings, Prince Kofi Amwabeng, he has been slapped with 42 charges, including money laundering, conspiracy to commit crime, among others. He also pleaded not guilty to any of the charges.
Away from the court, inflation rate for the month of January has declined marginally to 7.8%. The development means that even though inflation increased last month, the new rate is a little lower compared to that of December 2019. Professor Samuel Kobinainim is government statistician.
This means that the general price levels have increased by 7.8% higher than the prices that we recorded in January 2019. And as a matter of emphasis, the month-on-month inflation between January 2020 relative to December 2019 is 1.4%. We further do the major contributors of the 7.8 inflation that we've just shared with you. And ladies and gentlemen, the main component, the main drivers, the main contributors of the January 2020 inflationary rate is led by food and non-alcoholic beverages, which is taking slightly to fifth of the entire inflation rate, followed by transport, transport and housing.
In other news tonight, the Peasant Farmers Association has called for more investment into agricultural storage facilities. The association says the current warehouse capacity under the One District, One Warehouse initiative is insufficient to address post-harvest losses. This follows a recent report by the Agricultural Information and Communication Company, ISOCO, which indicated food prices went up in various markets in January. There's more in the following report.
According to the January Food Commodity Report by ISOCO, food commodity prices had shot up within the month of January, with tomato recording the highest price increment of 26.77% to trade at 500 Ghana cedi, 50 pesos per carton. This increment in food commodity prices is ISOCO attributed to relative scarcity of food items due to poor post-harvest management of food during periods of bumper harvest. Programs Director for the Peasant Farmers Association, Charles Nyaba, says about 50 to 70% of fruits and vegetables are still lost after harvest due to storage issues.
And at the end of the day, you have about 30% for cereals and grains getting lost through post-harvest losses. For fruit, tuber, we have about 50 to 70% getting lost through post-harvest losses. So you realize that during the period of September, October, November, food prices are always very low, simply because farmers want to dispose it off. If they keep it, they might lose all. Personally, I have to quickly sell off my maize and rice because the storage spaces were not there. So now the few people who are able to store it up now expect to get higher prices because they would have lost about 50%, and then the 50% loss, they need higher prices to compensate for that.
Despite government interventions such as the One District, One Warehouse, Mr. Nyaba says more investment from both government and the private sectors needed to mitigate the challenge.
One District, One Warehouse, most of the district where these warehouses are situated, 2-3 farmers will be able to fill those warehouses. They are not enough. Apart from the numbers that we have, we need to establish warehouses with appropriate facilities, like dryers, like grading machineries, like cold stores. That one will help. And then we also need to think about how to develop the feeder routes, where the produce, where the good is produced and when it's moving to the nearest market. In most occasions, the goods are left to rot on the farm because the road networks are bad, vehicles are not ready to go there. We don't also even have appropriate vehicles that will convey this produce to the nearest markets. So all these are impacting on the losses. So if we increase investment in those areas, I think we will make some progress.
For Joy Business, Sheila Tamaklo reporting.
That's all for now, but do stay tuned. I have more business news for you after 8 p.m. My name is Sandra Esenamapeno.